Samsung's next non-foldable flagship smartphone, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, is expected to offer the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2, which should offer a much faster performance than the Galaxy S25 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Elite. However, that's not the only way it will offer faster performance. It will also come through faster RAM. On X, @UniverseIce claims that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will feature LPDDR5X RAM with 10.7 GB beta transfer speed. From what we could gather, the Galaxy S25 Ultra uses LPDDR5X RAM rated at 8.5 GB beta. It means that Samsung's next non-foldable flagship phone will offer 25% faster RAM than that of its predecessor. The faster RAM chip should offer many benefits, including reduced loading times and smoother graphics performance. In April 2024, Samsung introduced LPDDR5X RAM with 10.7 GB beta transfer speed. We assume that the brand is using the same in-house chip for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. No other brand makes faster RAM chips for mobile devices. Considering that, the Galaxy S26 Ultra may have the fastest RAM among its rivals. Micron and SK Hynix offer LPDDR5T. Reading that term, you may think that it is faster than Samsung's 10.7 GB LPDDR5X, but it isn't. They max out at 9.6 GB beta. All set to arrive in early 2026, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to bring some serious upgrades across the board. From next-gen display tech and powerful camera changes to a likely performance leap with the next Snapdragon chip, early leaks are giving us a lot to look forward to. Here's everything we know so far. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Design. One of the biggest changes could be the S26 Ultra's design refresh. According to reliable leakster Ice Universe, shared via Android Authority, Samsung may finally ditch the floating lens look in favor of a more unified rear camera module. That means all the lenses grouped inside one housing, similar to what we have seen on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's also rumored that the 5x telephoto lens will get a larger aperture, helping with low-light shots. The trade-off? A slightly thicker camera bump, possibly around 3mm. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Specifications. Under the hood, the S26 Ultra is likely to feature the Snapdragon Elite 2 chip, built on TSMC's 3nm process. That means faster performance and better energy efficiency. Samsung is reportedly stepping up its cooling game too, with a 20% larger vapor chamber, which should be a big win for gamers and power users. Storage options may start at 256 GB, go up to 1 TB, and every model might come with a generous 16 GB of RAM. The device is also said to pack a 500 mAh battery with 60-watt fast charging. And yes, the S Pen is staying. Despite earlier rumors suggesting its removal, newer reports confirm it'll still be supported. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Camera. Here's the biggest surprise. Samsung may ditch its own ISO cell sensor in favor of a 200-megapixel Sony sensor, a nice move that could boost image quality significantly. It'll likely be paired with a 50-megapixel periscope lens, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 12-megapixel secondary telephoto shooter. Early whispers from the rumor mill suggest Samsung could be bringing the Exynos 2600 chipset to certain markets, courtesy of a leak from the well-known insider Junkin Losrev. But here's the twist. The leaker claims that due to reportedly low yield, it's likely to be found mostly in European models. If true, this would mark a return to Samsung's old playbook, where its flagship devices carried Exynos chips in select regions, while other territories like the US enjoyed Qualcomm Snapdragon processors. Translation: the Galaxy S26 Ultra is almost certain to pack Qualcomm's upcoming Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 powerhouse in most markets. And there's more. Tipster Digital Chat Station says this Snapdragon beast will hit an eye-watering 4.6 GHz on the CPU, with the GPU blazing at 1.2 GHz. Leaked firmware seems to back this up, pointing again to the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. On paper, that's a massive leap forward, with leaked Antutu scores hitting an insane 4 million points compared to today's fastest Android phones topping out around 2.66 million. Add to that the rumored bump from 12 GB to 16 GB of RAM, something Samsung hasn't done since the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and you've got a recipe for serious AI muscle, especially with Samsung reportedly weaving Perplexity into its Bing-powered digital assistant. Storage options, probably the same trusty trio, 256 GB, 512 GB, and a whopping 1 TB. The screen, however, could see a nice upgrade, still a 6.9-inch AMOLED, but with Koei depolarizer technology and 3rd-gen anti-reflective glass. The S25 Ultra was already a sunlight-friendly champ at 1860 nits, but if Samsung pushes brightness higher, outdoor content binging could get even better. Design-wise, don't expect a radical overhaul, but rumors hint the S26 Ultra could slim down to just 7 to 8mm, making it sleeker in hand. That slimness, however, comes with a potentially heartbreaking trade-off. Whispers suggest the S Pen might lose some of its beloved features if Samsung ditches the digitizer, though recent murmurs hint they might keep it after all. And in a bolder move, one leaker claims the S26 Ultra could be Samsung's first non-foldable phone with an underscreen camera, finally doing away with the familiar hole punch cutout. If history is any guide, we'll likely see the S26 Ultra unveiled by early February, with pre-orders rolling out within days and units landing in eager hands before mid-month. And now that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Flip 7 have made their debut, all eyes are turning to Samsung's next crown jewel, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. The only real question left? Whether it'll live up to what's already shaping up to be one of the most powerful, polished, and pricey Android phones of the year.